jitty. Was there any change today? Was there a decision that had to be made, or was it sort of pretty apparent after last week?
Yeah, there's no change. He's not playing tonight. We'll just treat him day to day. He's still sore, but we'll see what happens when we get back to Miami.
And is Kevin Love a factor of a back-to-back also? Or
No,
is it recurrence?
no. This is the same back deal. He just tweaked it a little bit. It's not as painful as the initial time, but enough so that he wouldn't be able to go tonight.
And have you seen how much of Keyshawn Johnson have you gotten to see? And how
Yeah, quite a bit.
Would you feel if you have to play him? Just can you sort of talk about his game, maybe the growth since camp from what you've seen?
Yeah, we've been encouraged by what he's been able to do. One, he's been able to impact winning. He was Player of the Week this week, but really the message that we have, for him is that it always comes from winning first. Of course, he's done some dynamic things in terms of his scoring, getting to the rim. His three-point spacing has improved. Defensively, he's played a lot of dynamic small ball five. He's been able to switch and guard different kinds of guys. All of that has been good for his development. And yes, I felt comfortable playing him in the preseason. I would feel comfortable playing him tonight.
What's your process like of keeping tabs on the gym throughout the year? What two great guys doing out there? What kind of
Quite a bit. I mean, I'm very close with Dan, the head coach. We sat across from each other on the plane for a decade. I'm extremely close with him, so we text every day. And as a staff, we just enjoy it. We enjoy the development. We enjoy watching the games. Anytime we have an opportunity as a staff to watch the games together, we do so, especially when we're on the road. And if we can't, I always, scan them, the next day on my laptop. I enjoy it. It's a big part of our player development. We love that process. We love what they're doing, this year. So yes, we're very involved.
And you guys had Drew Peterson in Sioux Falls last year for part of the year. What did you see from him there, and just breaking into the league?
Yeah, we liked him too. I mean, we make this agreement with the guys. We want to make it happen for them one way or another. They have big dreams. We want to be dream makers. We wish we could do everything with us, but that's just not the reality. We want to develop, guys as much as possible, and it ends up, being sometimes a situation where it has to be somewhere else. We only have 3 two-ways. We can't call everybody up, but we're thrilled when they do get an opportunity, even if it's somewhere else, even if it happens to be Boston. It could be anywhere else. We'd probably be happier, but hey, we want to make it happen one way or another. We can get out of our way on that one too, maybe.
There are a number of injuries and absences on either side. Does that take any of the juice out of the rivalry?
Nah. It always makes you feel alive.
Coach, Derrick White's one of the better shot blocking guards in the league. You obviously coached Dwayne Wade for a long time. You also had that pretty unique skill. What goes into a guard being such a good shot?
Derrick is uncanny. He did it all summer long too. In practices, I think he got everybody at some point in practice, and in the competitions, he just had a knack for the timely block. It wasn't just the numbers of blocks, but it was that they're always at the right time. It's totally different. Dwayne had a knack for the spectacular. We tried to design our defense for a handful of years where we wanted him to be the low man in every situation because he was just brilliant at either a 2-on-1 situation where he'd get a steal, or you roll the big man down there and they think they're going to do something, and Dwayne would go up and get that highlight spectacular block. But he could also block people's jump shots, all that stuff. But Derrick is really unique. It's an incredible talent that he has. It's a timing, and he's bigger, longer than most people think that he is.
Do you think there's an element where people don't expect it?
By now, it's on everybody's scouting reports. But if you challenge him, he's got a way of doing it without fouling.
For those of us who been around your team all year. Like, what have you seen from Tele that has made you comfortable putting him in the rotation and kind of keeping him in the mix?
He's playing a very similar role that he played at Arizona, and he's a mature player. You know, at 23, he had been in a lot of big games. He had served a really important role. He'd gotten better every single year. They're coached hard. It's a program that we respect because they really value winning. You know, I think some people in the draft view that as a player at 23 that's a great role player as somebody that doesn't have potential. We view that as just the opposite, that he has room for growth, but you can plug and play right now because he does things that lead to winning. And in a league that's getting younger and younger and younger, sometimes that skill is lost, or it takes longer to develop or understand.
We're seeing a lot of teams around the league try and emphasize cutting more, a lot of quarter cutting, kind of more unconventional spacing. It feels like that's something you've done a lot over the years. What's the challenge in trying to build out a system like that and be consistent over the course?
It's a lot of it when you're dealing with younger players coming in. They view offense as when the ball is in their hands. You know, so that's probably the thing you have to develop the most. Learning how to play without the ball, learning how to play within spacing, not get in the way, but there's a timeliness of cutting. That's a great skill. Guys that can do it. We have quite a few guys that can do it. We value it, so we look for guys that can do it. If not, we develop it. Boston has a handful of guys that are great with it as well. All right, thank you.